It all started with a small SaaS company in Finland. Today, it's used in over 80 countries around the world. The journey, anything but easy. Lessons learned, key insights, hard-earned experiences. This is the founder's point of view.
Welcome to the second episode of Founder's Point of View.
Welcome.
I'm Johannes and
I'm Valtteri. Yeah, still Valtteri. And today we are talking about our very early days of this company and how we met with Johannes and ended up being business partners.
yeah,
So it was 2009, was it?
yeah, 2009 I moved to Jyväskylä from Helsinki.
Yeah, you are originally from Raahe,
Yeah,
a bit northern Finland.
it's between Kokkola and Oulu.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm from Karstula, which is small town in central Finland. So I moved there to Jyväskylä to start my studies.
Yeah, we both started in studying IT.
Yeah, information system
Information
sciences.
System Science in University of Jyväskylä, and the first day we met each other. I think it was not the official starting day of the school. It was the first day to get to know each other.
Yeah,
something
some
like
kind
that.
of
intro.
Yeah, exactly.
And I remember when I walked in to Agora, it was the name of the building.
Yeah.
Where the introduction meeting was held, and I remember that I looked around, and that time all the IT people they looked IT people more than they are looking
Yeah,
now.
that's true. It wasn't so like cool to write code and all that stuff.
That's
It
true.
was bit of a, like nerdy thing.
Very nerdy, yeah. And all the people they look nerdy. They have long hair and mustache and
Yeah.
everything. And I looked around and I started to think, okay, maybe I'm not I'm feeling that I'm not like the others.
Yeah.
And then I saw someone stay behind all the people, and you were there. You were staying there, and you were also
Without long hair
without
and
long
mustache.
hair and some gap on the head and everything. And then that looks normal. That guy looks normal. Maybe we can do something together.
Commercial break. Trustmary in 30 seconds.
Trustmary helps companies to automate the review and feedback collection and utilizing in their marketing.
We are a Finnish company, but we are already operating in 80 different countries.
Our product is especially designed for the companies doing service-oriented business coming from traditional industries.
If you need any help related to these topics, just reach us out on LinkedIn. We are happy to help.
And now back to the story.
Yeah.
Then I remember that I walked to you and I told that nice to meet you. My name is Johannes, and can we be friends?
Yeah, exactly. I had pretty similar feelings. I saw you and like understood that this guy here is my only way to manage this, like through this, because I'm not nerd, he is clearly not nerd, and maybe we can do something together.
And actually, we started in computer science. It was computer science.
Yeah,
not
yeah,
information
good point.
System science.
Yeah.
It was a computer science.
Yeah.
It was more nerdy than the information system
Yeah.
science. And we switched.
Yeah,
to
to
the
information,
system
which
science
is
after
like
a couple of
more
years.
like commercial things.
Yeah, more
and
commercial. thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, but the computer science, that was commercial thing, not at all.
yeah, and I think I actually thought that they are pretty much the same, and that's why it was kind of like big shock for me to like when I realized that okay, this is definitely not for me.
Yeah, I didn't even know that there was a possibility to study information systems.
Same here.
I found only the computer science when I tried to find a place.
Because they were under the same department. It was IT department.
Yeah.
And
That's true. Okay, this is how we met, and we started studying the computer science. I think the first coding projects we did together. Then I also started to think, okay, maybe that is not just what I really want to do in the future, and that is one reason I want to move from computer science to information system science, because of it is so technical, and almost everything is about coding and cybersecurity and gaming. I have always been interested in gaming and technology, but not that level, not that deep level like the other people were there. So that's why I wanted to move, and you also wanted to move to the other place.
Yeah, I was actually in a situation that I moved from my parents' place to Jyväskylä. So I was living in like childhood home before Jyväskylä. And when I moved, it took like 3 months or so, and I ran out of money. So I had to start applying for work, and I found nice place to do like B2C and B2B sales, at the same time when studying. And because of that, it felt natural to switch to the commercial side of the IT department, because I was able to like synchronize my work things and studies pretty well.
Yeah, that's true. And it was a little bit different story for me, because of course I also got married.
That's true.
We moved together with my wife, and I needed the money. We both studied, and only way to get money during the studies is to do some work side, while studying, or some evening work or something. I remember that many students, they did also some evening work, but for me, I wanted to start my own business, and that's how I founded my first digital marketing company.
When was it?
2010.
Okay.
2000. So pretty soon.
So only one year after you started your study. Yeah.
And that was the way how I started to get some funding to do the studies, and I started to offer websites for the companies. And why I started to do that is that I went through some course in university, some web development course, where we built the websites from the scratch, from the zero, using HTML, and the key thing was to build a mobile optimized responsive websites. And that time, 2010, most of the websites were static, very fixed, static, designed for the computer screens. And that was my angle, that okay, the mobile usage is growing every day, every month, and those websites, the company's websites are old, they are old-fashioned, they are too static, too fixed, and those need to be more responsive in the future. And that is how I started to sell my website development projects to different kind of businesses. And when I started to get the first clients, of course now I know that the website developer of the company is the guy who is responsible for everything. And then of course they started to push many things for me. They started to ask, can you also design a logo for me, new logo for us? Can we get new photos to the website? would you like to also write the content to the blog and content to the website? And that is how I went very down in marketing and marketing understanding, and I started to collaborate with the other people doing marketing, very professional people, and learn from them. And then I added some ad services also. I learned Google ads, Facebook ads. There was not even an Instagram ad that time, but first Facebook ads, and started to offer also the Facebook and Google ads as a service to my clients. And I remember that in 2013 or something, after 3 years or something, I had more than 100 clients for me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was responsible for their websites.
Yeah.
That is how it started, and then I remember that we did all the school courses together.
Yeah, exactly. I was working at another company doing B2B and B2C sales and also project management. I was very interested in different kind of cloud services and how to sell them to companies and how to implement them to companies and so on. And during the first years of our studies, we really didn't do any work together in terms of business life, but we did all the school things together basically, and we learned our common way to work when doing those school things and different kind of school projects and all minor and major tasks during school life.
Yeah.
And it lasted 5 years, 4 years, 5 years.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I remember that you graduated after 5 years, 5.5 years or something.
Yeah.
And I graduated maybe a little bit later, but after 6 years or something. But we were both graduated before founding the.
Yeah, that's true. And we also did some business together, after the school or at the end of our study time.
Yeah, we had common clients.
Yeah.
That what you served through the company you were working at.
Yeah.
And I had developed the website and marketing for them.
Yeah.
So that is, we also had a common client.
Yeah. So it's pretty obvious that because Johannes was the one doing marketing things, the original idea for this company we are now having came from there. Do you want to tell a bit about that?
Yeah, because I was responsible for the website, I was also responsible for the conversion rates of the website, that how to get more leads, and everyone that time wanted to build a new website and start to get the first leads from online. It was not normal to have a sales process online, to get the leads from online, and that is what we built to the especially for the service-oriented companies which moved from the very face-to-face physical sales process to the online sales process. And they want to get more leads, and of course I tried to find a way to optimize the website. What would be the best content to solve them? What we should say to get them converted from prospect to lead, and from visitor to prospect, and prospect to a hot lead. And the best thing, the most impactful thing was always to produce client testimonials and case studies, show the logos, show the feedback of happy clients, and we started to produce that a lot. And always when we implemented that customer content to the website, the conversion rates increased.
Yeah.
And it was not easy to produce that content, and it felt like that this is not the key thing when developing the website. And so I tried to find service providers to do that, and I worked with the many freelancers, and I teach those freelancers how to do those videos, testimonial videos, how to produce that content, how to do the interviews. And then I started to think, okay, this is actually pretty big problem for everyone. Maybe not just now, but in future, because they are moving from physical work to the online sales. They will need the social proof and the content of social proof in future a lot. And then I started to pitch that idea to you that would you like to join me to build a company which is specialized in producing high quality testimonial videos and articles to the companies who want to acquire new clients through the web.
Yeah.
And that is how it started, and it took a while before you said that, okay, let's...
Yeah, I can actually remember that very well. It was like 11 years ago or something. We had a tradition that we went to swimming hall every Wednesday or something, and we did this, I don't know the word in English, but like running and swimming at the same time.
Yeah.
And you pitched the idea like every Wednesday, and because I didn't have any kinds of entrepreneurial background and so on, I was a bit scared of the idea, because I had used to work for some company, not to my own company, so it felt a bit difficult. But I remember that you at some point you promised me that you will pay my loans and everything until we get some money from the company. And I was like, okay, Johannes really loves this idea, and he's like super sure that this will be a good business. So
I was sure. I was sure that this is a business.
Yeah.
I already knew the hundreds of clients for us already. What we could acquire for us. So I was sure that we are able to do enough cash flow to stay alive.
Yeah.
Of course, I had been an entrepreneur for 5 years, so
exactly.
I really understood also that you will always get paid just to do things and then call them.
And you didn't have to pay any of my loans. We got some money immediately when we started. But that's how it went. Then you also found Perttu and Arttu, other co-founders of Trustmary. Maybe we have to introduce them better in later episodes and so on. But that's how it started, and going still going strong, so to say.
And I remember that I told you that, okay, I will take care of the new clients, and if you take care of the rest. And it has almost been a similar situation from that.
Pretty much.
This moment. So
yeah.
That's true. Okay, maybe we jump in more deeply to the other topics after in other next episode. But okay, thank you for listening that episode, and
thank you. Let's continue. See you.
Bye.